Despite Canada's reputation for politeness, some American drivers are seeing a different side to their northern neighbors. Vandals have begun targeting cars with U.S. license plates in Canada, keying or otherwise damaging the vehicles and harassing the drivers, according to the New York Times. The hostility against American drivers, or those perceived as such, has been so prevalent that John Horgan, Premier of British Columbia, has advised those driving with U.S. license plates to consider changing them or travel by public transit or bicycle instead, the Times reported. The vitriol against Americans has spilled over onto some legal residents of Canada who drive cars with U.S. license plates, several of whom have been harassed or had their vehicles damaged, according to CBC News. The U.S.-Canada land border has been closed to tourists since March 31 to stop the spread of the coronavirus. That hasn't prevented some Americans from trying to sneak into the country anyway, risking serious fines. So many Americans were violating the cross-country travel rules in recent months that the Canadian government tightened its policies, limiting where foreign nationals can enter the country and how long they can travel through en route to destinations such as Alaska. Canadians' reluctance to accept American travelers right now is in part due to the stark difference in coronavirus case numbers between nations. The U.S. has reported more than 5 million coronavirus cases as of August 9, while Canada has had just over 121,000 cases, according to Johns Hopkins data. The U.S.'s numbers are far worse, too, when accounting for population. Canada has experienced 24.35 coronavirus deaths per 100,000 people, compared to 49.65 in the U.S., according to Johns Hopkins data. The ongoing prevalence of Americans' COVID-19 cases has led some Canadian lawmakers to cite the U.S. as an example of what not to do. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has said certain U.S. states have reckless and careless in handling the pandemic, reopening business, and returning to public life before it was safe to do so, Business Insider previously reported. You see what's happening down in the States, you look at Florida, you look at Texas, Arizona, California. I don't want to be those states, he said.